My transformation project is based on the book Letters from Rivka by Karen Hesse, and I chose the book for several reasons. First of all, students need to learn how to read um, in English, but the reading process for ELL learners takes certain steps. Before they can actually read non-fiction, they have to learn to read fiction, and it has to be something they're interested in. This is the only way to develop fluency and comprehension in reading for ELL students. My transformation project is designed to meet the needs of high level 2 and low level 3 English language learners, and the description of the levels can be found on the OSPI website under Migrant and Bilingual program. It boils down to the fact that high level 2 ELL students can read simple and write simple sentences, can comprehend short text, highly contextualized text, and low level 3 students can produce more complex sentences, but they still struggle with reading comprehension, and they need to build up vocabulary before they actually can understand the text itself. Letters from Rivka is a book the student can easily relate to, because the main theme of the book is escaping violence and persecution in your own country moving to the United States of America. The project will be the goal of the project is to work on comprehension, on writing, on some basic reading skills for ELL students. Also, it will work towards creating independent learners through scaffolding activities. The first step to reading the book is to create relatedness among the students. The specific group of students that I have in mind are placed in a contained ESL classroom where they are taught the language specifically. It's a highly diverse group that consists of many different cultures and languages and educational backgrounds. Some of the students come from refugee camps. Some of the students escape violence in their own country and move to another country before moving to America. And some of the students come as legal immigrants, and most of the legal immigrants actually come from very high educational background. It's all these specifics of the students demand from the teacher to have a very individualized approach to their learning. So the first activity to create relatedness and to set up the stage for the reading of the book will be an activity called Four Squares. The students, throughout the entire reading of the book, the students will be placed into groups of 4 people. And the groups will be heterogeneous. They will be, I'm sorry, they will consist of higher level students and lower level students. I will have to be very careful to not place the speakers of the same language in one group, or to have a homogeneous language group, because then they will use their native language as main language of communication and discussion, which will not support their English. However, having 2 students speaking the same language in one group is beneficial for them, because it will allow them to negotiate meanings and concepts and ideas in their own language and to clarify it. The students, the Four Squares activity I started speaking about is simply a big piece of paper placed in the middle of the group, where the students draw a square in the middle, and then each student has their own space, his or her own space on the paper. A question is posed on the board by the teacher, and the question is, what qualities a person who moves from one place to another needs to possess in order to survive and to function well in the new culture or in the new environment. Um, when the student starts, then the markers are given to the students, and students start writing how they felt or what they experienced when they moved to the United States, or then when they moved from their country to another country. Um, about 10 minutes should be allowed to the students to write all those feelings and experiences in very simple words or very simple sentences. The teacher needs to move from group to group and support the work of the students, provide them with the necessary vocabulary. At the end of the activity, the group discusses together and shares what they put on the paper, and as a group they write all the common feelings and common experiences in the square in the middle of the paper. The papers are posted on the board, and then a speaker of each group, and that should be the highest functioning speaker in the group, reports to the whole class. This way, the students are given an opportunity to see how many common things they have, although they come from different countries, from different language and cultural backgrounds. They will see that the experiences bring them together, and they can relate to each other this way. After that, the second activity that will bring them closer to reading the book will be helping the students group these experiences and feelings under 4 most common or most general qualities or traits, personal traits that require the survival of each person in a new environment. These traits are perseverance, self-discipline, motivation, and determination. If we look at the list of quality or traits that can be can go or that can be grouped in this. If we look at the list of the experiences and traits, we can just easily discover that they can be grouped under all these 4 major categories. After that, a new lesson will be designed to give the students a concept or an idea of what each one of these traits looks like. What is the definition? The students need to add visuals. The purpose of this activity is to set up the stage for the reading of the book, at the same time to teach them, actually to set them up for analysis of the main character. The main character of the book exhibits exactly traits like self-determination, perseverance throughout her journey to the United States. And at the same time, the students will be able to relate to the character. At the end of the unit, and the unit itself takes about 3 weeks, at the end of the unit, students should be able to produce comparative writing. For ELL students, I wouldn't call it an essay yet, but I would call it a paragraph writing, where they have to compare themselves and their own life with the life and the character of the book. throughout both of these activities, the teacher acts mainly as a facilitator and helps the students move along the activities. When it is necessary, the teacher can reteach a skill or sit down and individualize instructions for each one of the groups.